Okay, thanks for coming back to the channel. This is breaking news. And three Americans have just been killed. Three Army war fighters have just been killed, and 25 wounded. The nature of the wounds are not reported yet. In Jordan, in a fire base, I'm going to call it a fire base, but it is an outpost in northeastern Jordan, next to Syria. It was a drone attack. How many? Don't know. Not reported. My point is, it's time. It's time to go to war with Iran. These are Iranian-supported surrogates that are hosted by other countries. In this case, they're hosted by Syria and Iraq, right? This particular drone attack came from Syria, as CENTCOM is reporting it. So I hope we don't get into it. The United States doesn't get into a tit for tat. Well, you killed three of our soldiers, so we're going to kill three of yours. That's not how proportionality works, right? My question to the president, my question to the Joint Chiefs is, what response are we going to have other than tit for tat, right? We've been bombing the fuck out of Syrian locations where we believe these people are hiding out, and then we pat ourselves on the back and say, okay, we took out this little group, we took out that little group. But they're feeling now, and they have been successful in drawing first blood from American soldiers. So what should the proportional response be? If I was king of the world, I would withdraw all of our troops from Iraq and Jordan, right? Anywhere our troops are, I'd bring them home. Just bring them home, because those troops are on a Jordanian base as advisors, right? So how did these drones get there? How did they make entry? Well, that doesn't speak well for the Jordanian military, who are probably worthless as tits on a board anyway. And there are more Palestinian refugees from Gaza and the West Bank in Jordan than there are Jordanian citizens. Think about that for a minute, right? Jordan is nothing more than a refugee camp for Hamas and Palestinians that made it out of Gaza and out of the West Bank. So what do we do now that the bad guys have drawn first blood? What should we do? Right? Do we say what I would like to do, king of the world? I would wait till the next time they have the big mass parade in Iran, where the Grand Poobah and all of the Ayatollahs and all the guys, and they got the Republican Guard and all that kind of stuff marching. We can see it, right? And then I would put warheads on foreheads. I would kill as many of them in the street, in their city. I don't care how many civilians die. Civilian casualties are always a casualty of war, right? If you don't want your citizens to die, don't be stupid. Well, keep in mind, America is the only country on the planet that has nuked another country twice on purpose. And that is in addition to all the firebombing we did. We killed civilians for the sole purpose of demoralizing the enemy. In other words, don't fuck with us. It's time to do that again. It's time to unleash the dogs of war and put an end, because we can put an end to those forces that keep doing what they're doing to us. So, Mr. President, what will you do that you will call a proportional response? I don't care what the world thinks of America right now. I don't care. I don't want to worry about image. And you, Mr. President, if you're going to worry about getting reelected, instead of doing your job as commander-in-chief, because we are at war, and you are the commander-in-chief when we are at war, right? Do your job, and go fuck somebody up really bad. That would make me happy. As always, wherever you can, whenever you can, however you can, carry on.